Welcome to the U.S. Crime Line. I'm Annie Thompson. Tonight's case is as chilling as it is heartbreaking. A mother, who wrote a children's book about grief after her husband's sudden death, has now been convicted of murdering him, the father of her 3 children. The very children she wrote that book for. What was meant to help them heal has now become a haunting reminder of betrayal. This is the story of Corey Richens. Corey Richens, 35, was convicted in Park City, Utah, of murdering her husband, Eric Richens, 39, by poisoning him with fentanyl. Eric died on March 4, 2022, but this wasn't sudden, it was calculated. Weeks earlier, on Valentine's Day, Corey allegedly tried to poison Eric with a sandwich. He became violently ill, but survived. He even told friends he suspected something was wrong. Still, nothing changed. Then came March 4th. Prosecutors say Corey laced Eric's drink with a fatal dose of fentanyl. She claimed they were celebrating a business deal. Instead, it became the night he died. Eric went to bed and never woke up. Corey later told 911 operators she didn't know how to perform CPR. But first responders questioned that claim. There were signs that no real attempt had been made, and what followed only raised more questions. Shortly after Eric's death, Corey published a children's book titled Are You With Me?, a story about coping with grief. The book even included illustrations of their father, watching over them as an angel. She said her children helped create it. But in court, that detail struck a nerve. Jurors weren't just disturbed by the crime, they were unsettled by the deception. A grieving widow on the outside, while allegedly hiding a deadly truth within. Investigators uncovered a motive rooted in money and control. Corey was drowning in debt. Her house-flipping business had failed. She was involved in an affair. And Eric had quietly changed his will, leaving everything to their children with his sister in charge. Corey didn't know. She believed she would inherit everything. Instead, she got nothing. Authorities say she even tried to change life insurance beneficiaries. And when that didn't work, she turned to something far darker. Witnesses testified that Corey obtained fentanyl through contacts, including her own housekeeper. Phone records placed her near drug pickups. Even as some testimony shifted, the evidence held. Her own actions painted the full picture. After Eric's death, Corey reportedly hosted a party to celebrate closing on a new home, behavior that many described as cold and unsettling. In court, her former lover testified. He said he had no idea what she was planning. The defense called no witnesses. After just 3 hours of deliberation, the jury returned a verdict. Guilty. First-degree murder, attempted murder, forgery, mortgage fraud. Corey now faces 25 years to life in prison. And at the center of it all are 3 children left to process an unimaginable truth. Their father is gone, and their mother is responsible. A story meant to comfort them is now forever changed. Now, from a calculated crime to a bizarre pursuit in Florida. In Volusia County, body cam footage captured an unusual chase involving a suspect named Chase Cruz. It began with something minor. Officers approached Cruz on suspicion of loitering and prowling. But when they attempted to question him, he ran. The chase moved through a residential area, and then into the Halifax River. What happened next surprised many. Officers grabbed paddleboards, official rescue equipment, and pursued Cruz across the water. Cruz struggled to stay afloat, forcing officers to use flotation devices during the arrest. He now faces charges including loitering, prowling, and resisting arrest. The incident has sparked debate. Some say the response was excessive for a minor offense. Others argue that once a suspect flees, officers have no choice but to pursue. Police maintain they acted within the law and used the safest tools available in a dangerous situation. The case highlights how modern policing continues to adapt, even if it sometimes looks unusual. Back in Utah, the Richens case leaves behind more questions than answers. How does someone maintain such a double life? And how do the children left behind ever begin to heal? For more on this case, including exclusive insights from those closest to Corey, watch our full episode dropping tonight. Thank you for watching the U.S. Crime Line. I'm Annie Thompson. Until next time, crime never stops. And neither do we. Stay safe.